Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about the Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Chainlink, and most of the alt-right. I'm going to show you the setup I'm going to be looking for over the next 5 to 10 days. Alt still looking slightly bearish, but most of the alt they just pump like sushi. Compound they pump massively. So great pump from those alt. If you're holding them, great. If not, you're gonna be finding some other setups and all of that good stuff, right? But just to get it started, let's go ahead and take a look at BTC. So BTC, we're gonna start off on the 8-hour time frame. As we know, the 8-hour 21 EMA been holding very strong for BTC, and we mentioned it previously on my previous update, and I said as long as we stay above the 8-hour 21 EMA and if MACD crosses bullish, BTC bull is gonna be in control over the next few days and so on, right? So now what I'm looking for within the next few hours and so on, right? Short term volatility, what I'm looking for, we basically looking to break the bulls looking to retest the 8-hour 21 EMA, which is just about like 15.7. We already retested it yesterday. So if you're in my public Telegram group, I send you guys a setup looking for BTC to retest like 15.7 when BTC was roughly around like low 16K. So we dropped right at the 21 EMA on the 8-hour basis, got supported just like the type of move we got right there. Okay, so support, we pumped to the upside. As you can see right there, support, and we pumped to the upside. So another support could basically trigger a possible reversal if the sell-off is not good, is not great enough to basically dump the price below the 21 EMA. That's the level you need to be watching for, which is just about like a 15.7. We also got like some other setups to the downside. If the sell-off is big enough, we could be looking for just about the let's do this. So if the sell-off is big enough, we could be looking for 0.618, which is just about like a 15.140. So 15.140, it is basically the 0.618. At the same time, we got a wedge pattern, just like Bitcoin Cash last week when we showed a Bitcoin Cash from like just about like a 255, 252, all the way down to like a low 230 area, right? So similar structure. You could basically define it differently. You could make it if you're very comfortable, you could basically look at it as a parallel channel, right? Let me get the color brighter, right? So you could look at it as a channel, which is pretty valid also, but just to be conservative, and if you're looking forward to buy the dip, you could be very aggressive and look at it as a channel, as a a wedge pattern. But as of now, since like the 21 EMA is holding very strong, for the short term, just use it as a parallel channel, because I'm expecting a support again, just about like a 382. So, but however, once again, if we break it, we could be dipping all the way down. Okay, price could be dipping all the way down to 100 EMA on the 8-hour time frame, which is just about like a 14K area. So one of the reasons also I'm being cautious regarding the bullish setup up to 17,345 area is like we got a nice divergence, a bear divergence. So if the bear is going to be striking over the next few days and so on, it could be a big dump. It could be a big dump, and the dump I'm going to be looking for, basically it is going to be 1.27 extension or the 1 hour 100 EMA, which is just about like, once again, low 14K to high 13K area. So for the bulls, they got a great opportunity to buy the dip once again once we drop down to the 8-hour 100 EMA. If you go back in May 1st, you got to remember this dump we got right there. We got support from the that's August 1st, right? We got support from the 21 EMA, right, on the 8-hour basis, and I was like, we're gonna be pumping to the upside. Okay, you go back May 1st when we were extremely overextended, right? It was a Saturday night also, right? You can remember this one. We dumped massively to the downside. As you can see, like we dumped from like a 9,500 all the way down to like a low 8K area. So we double bottom, pump to the upside. You can see like the 100 EMA been acting as a very strong support level, right? So most people are going to be panicking. So we got high lows right there, right? Just about like 81 and then basically 8600 range. So we could be creating a similar a similar situation if the sell-off is enough. Okay, so be cautious, right? If you're still bullish and you got a high leverage and all of that, but if you just like buying spot, BTC dipping down to like a 14k, it is still a short-term bullish, right? Because we still could find some support right there and basically consolidate over the next few over the next few days and so on, right? So it could just trigger a lower trend, right? I mean, not lower trend, but a slower trend, and could allow alt to pump. So a big dump on BTC short term, it is going to be bearish, but for the alt, it is going to be extremely bullish. All right, so now let's take a look at BTC on the higher time frame, because the higher time frame is not calling for any dump right now. As of now, right, it is not calling for any pullback, but it doesn't mean we won't get one. At some point, we're gonna get a big pullback. So you just gotta be, bulls gotta be able to anticipate over the next few weeks and so on for BTC to pull back, right? So as you can see on a 3-day basis, MACD looking great, all right? As we said a couple of weeks ago, if the MACD going to be basically making a higher highs right there, and right there, BTC going to be extremely bullish. And that time BTC was just about this area. Okay, so we said like if we're going to be retesting the trend line, it is going to be very bullish. But guess what, for the bulls, right, if we switch to the weekly time frame, all right, so why the bulls still in control right now and we cannot find a bearish setup is like same scenario could be basically playing out on the weekly basis, right? What I mean, so you can see like the MACD high right there, just about like a 14k high on the MACD. We haven't retested the MACD high, just about like 1500 on the MACD right there. So if we're going to be retesting this level right there, it means BTC has to make some higher highs, right? Because remember, MACD is closing basis. You see what I'm saying? So if like we pump, like let's say this candle going to close in 19 hours, right? But we pump within the 19 hours, right? We pump all the way up to 20k, right? And drop right back down to like a 1500, 1516, right? MACD won't be affected because MACD is basically, closing basis. So we're not going to close at 20k. So MACD going to pump. But if we retrace down, MACD also going to retrace down and close at, at the same exact price where we open the, the MACD. So you see what I'm saying? So, but if we're going to be making like high highs, okay, slowly, right? So it is going to basically pump to the upside. So it means like we're going to get we could get a divergence, but at the same time, we could break it, right? Just like we broke the 3-day basis right there. Okay, so we could break this level. So, and that's going to be very bullish if like we break the previous, resistance on the MACD right there. Because the next one we're going to get is like on the 21-day basis, right? You can see like on the 21-day basis, you could see we could be looking forward to retest the MACD right there. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, right? The higher time frame has turned bullish, right? So for BTC, we're gonna need like a very strong sell-off for more than at least 25 to 35% to basically change the structure. 50-day, 21. Weekly, 3-day, 2-day, everything is right now, looking very aggressive towards the, towards 20k and so on, right? So look for if like we break out to the upside, broke like, let's say break like a 17 to 35 range, we could be looking for also the on a 3 weeks basis, the MACD high, which is just about this range. And if MACD gonna be pumping to the upside, we could even break the 20k area. So right now, the best indicator to pay attention to is going to be basically MACD and RSI. I know, you know, most of us like to use like other indicators, but right now MACD is basically our best friend regarding BTC. So as we said, on a 3-day basis, we're already looking great, right? Bulls looking very strong, no sign of reversal yet. However, it doesn't mean we cannot dump right away. So everything right now we're saying it is basically, you know, as of now it is bullish. But if we get a big sell off, things gonna change. Okay, things gonna change very quickly, and I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna update you guys, right? So now let's take a look at RSI on a 3-day basis. We are doomed. Not yet. We're not doomed yet. So you take a look at the RSI on the 3-day. That's Coinbase. Let's take a look at it on Bitstamp. RSI 3-day is putting back down to 79. That's not good. Okay, so like 666 said, right, he's looking for like a RSI up to basically on a 3-day basis, looking for like RSI to hit 89. So and it makes perfect sense, because 89, if you take a look at it, like was a pretty you know, a pretty strong resistance for BTC just by this area. Actually, that's almost like 97, but let's take a look at 95. Okay, 89. So if you go back like back in like high volatility range back in 2013, 2012, you could see like it is even higher. Like RSI could pump all the way up to like a 97, but it could be very bullish if BTC going to be pumping to 97. But right now we're just going to focus on like 89, which is basically primary resistance. If we can hit like 89 and so on, we could start like to look for some bearishness, right? So we could get a slight basically a divergence for now. If we could get this, you know, a nice pullback on the RSI, right, like that, and then we could be still pumping to the upside. You see what I'm saying? Just like the type of pump we got like back in you know, back in April 2019, all the way up basically to the 14K area. So we better not get a correction right now. It means that if we get a correction in this range, price could dip like down to the low 14K, 13K area and move sideways, and then basically the next move could be a very big pump. As you can see on a 3-day basis, right there, you know, April, right, we corrected, bang, okay, we pumped to the upside all the way up to basically 14K. RSI hit roughly like 88, 89. So we basically gotta, you know, gotta avoid a possible bull flag right there if you're a bear. Hey, what's up, Nevin? So keep an eye on the RSI 3-day basis, right? So it is very important to look out for a possible pump to the upside for BTC, and RSI going to most likely hit like 89 if the momentum going to be pushing to the upside, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on the lower degree. So on the lower degree, I'm looking at the hourly basis. We already talked about the 8-hour, right? Hourly basis is basically giving us another double correction. I like to call it like a doublet. We got this 3-way move pullback. We're dumping down. We got this three-way move pullback. If we dump down, we most likely going to retest the 8-hour 21 EMA I just showed you, right? And we gotta, you know, if you're looking for we could be looking for a further move to the upside, just like AVE. Okay, I've been trading AVE over the last few days and so on, right? Been pretty much very volatile, and I got similar setup yesterday on the pump back up to like a 68, 66, 67 area. So it created same exact structure, same exact bull flag. So if you're bullish, look for a break above this trend line. A retest could be moving sideways on an hourly basis in this range, could, you know, make a small bull flag before pumping to the upside. However, a break below this range, like I said, okay, we're going to be looking for the you know, for 0.618 and so on, right? So keep an eye on basically 15.7 as a support. So a nice bullish reversal candle right there. So we got a nice trend line, also a nice parallel channel. So it is, you know, this range is basically very you know, very tradable and very could be very volatile over the next few hours and so on, right? So right there, right? So now let's take a look at Ethereum. I'm still bullish on Ethereum short term, right? You know, we talked about Ethereum when it was like 360, 370 area. You know, we were like, if we basically pump above you know, 410, 413, we basically going to take it all the way up to basically 400, right? So Ethereum still basically pumped like to a 377, 477 area, right, which is our target, and it is still bullish. Okay, I wouldn't be too bearish on Ethereum unless basically you're a short-term trader. You're looking for 2 to 3% move. But if you're looking for like 15, 20, 30% move, Ethereum is still bullish. So that's what I'm looking for Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum on the lower degree first thing first, right? So lower degree, I'm looking for Ethereum to break this trend line. Okay, we only got one touch, but I'm looking for a very strong move on the 8-hour basis. We're going to talk about the 8-hour. If we can break above like 471 on the 8-hour basis, just like what we got right there. Remember guys, we pumped to the upside. I didn't do anything. I just let the price basically consolidate just about like low 400, and we got the next push up to like a 413 range. That's when we basically enter just about like a 410 area. Okay, start like you know, putting in orders, right? So similar situation, we're going to be looking for Ethereum to pump to the upside, and you know, it could be a nice bull, you know, a nice bull run right there. Okay, all the way up to basically 500. Could get a, you know, temporary bull flag in this range for 500 to 513, because we don't have any resistance above like 500 range, but we could basically see like some profit taken, right? People taking profit, and then just about like a 500 range, because they're going to expect like Ethereum to dip, right? But short term could be dipping down. Once again, the blue trend line right there, if we break it, we could be looking to accumulate all the way down to a low 400. Okay, if you want to be short-term bearish, you could be looking for a short below like a 450 all the way down to like a 430 area. But to me, this entire range, it is just, you know, a long opportunity. It could be dipping down all the way down to like a low 400, but it is just going to be, you know, by the dip type of a structure, all right? Because if you look, it is going to be roughly around, yes, 6 to 8% drop, right? So, but the next move to the upside could be like 15 to 25% move. So you take a look at it. If you want to focus on like 6 to 8% move, and you're going to miss like the 25% move, unless you get two accounts, you got two accounts, right? You're short on one account and you basically open, you know, a lot of longs on the other account, but you basically do not basically want to be playing with Ethereum bulls right now. Okay, it is not time to be extremely bearish on Ethereum, right? Basically, once again, strong support, you know, 416 to 424, you know, temporary support just about like a 450 to 455 area, right? So if we break above like a 470, 477, you know, we got the upside target all the way up to 600 range. Okay, so similar to basically, I was very bullish on sushi like early, you know, like Sunday or Monday, right? Early this week. And Compound, they all basically pumped to the upside. Compound, I was bullish on it like when it was like $80, and I was like, my next upside target for Compound going to be like you know, 145 to 150, actually 150 to 175. So we just hit like 122, so we still got more juice to go, right? So that's the next minor resistance, which is like 600 right there for Ethereum, because we do not have a big resistance, right, until basically we hit like May 2018 high, right, just about like 800. So 1600 could be just like, could be a profit taken, right? Take some profits right there and wait for it to dip again down to like a, you know, 550, 525. You could be adding on to your position all the way up to basically 800, right? That's what I see right now. However, guys, I'm going to show you the bearish pattern. We do not want to break below basically, you know, 395. If we break 395, you know, you got to be able to be out and wait for another setup or flip bearish. Okay, break below 395. We got the low 300 range for support to look for over the next few days and so on, right? But the trend right now, as long as BTC is staying above daily 21 EMA, you know, Ethereum could be very, very bullish on within the next few weeks and so on, right? So now let's take a look at Ethereum on the weekly basis. So take a look at Ethereum on the weekly basis. So you could be like, man, look, it is not good to be long in Ethereum right now. As you can see, you'd be like, man, look, it just hit resistance right there. That's the level of resistance I was looking for 475, right, to basically 480. We hit it exactly. We're not closing above this range, right? But that's a 7-day candle. Remember, the weekly time frame and the 7-day candle are totally different. Okay, the 7-day candle start on Wednesday, right? The weekly start on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? So you got 3 days difference, right? Sunday, whatever, right? 3-4 days different, right? So this candle, it is still going to be bullish, because you might be looking at the weekly time frame to turn red, right? Let's say we close below 450, you're going to be like, oh, Ethereum is bearish. But if you switch to the 7-day candle, even if we close below like 450, right, this candle is still going to be bullish on a 7-day basis. Because remember, this candle, the weekly time frame going to close when? Tomorrow, like in like less than 24 hours, right? So once again, if we close below 452, right, this candle going to be red, you're going to be bearish. However, if you switch to your 7-day candle, this candle, even if we close below 450, it is still going to be bullish. Okay, it is still going to be green. Same thing happened right there, right there. I was waiting for Ethereum to close weekly, like just about like I think it was right here, like 215, right? I was waiting for Ethereum to close above 215, but guess what? This 7-day candle just pumped to the upside. Did not give us any chance to wait for a weekly close. It just pumped to the upside, right? So let's keep that in mind. And also the weekly time frame also pump, right? So overall, you know, the overall trend for Ethereum right now is like, it is bullish. We just need to basically get a strong reversal pattern. As of now, the only reversal pattern we had was like this one. We had this reversal pattern like on the week of August 31st, but we already closed above it. And I said it, if Ethereum closed above 430 in my premium group, it is going to be bullish. Okay, and a couple of days ago, and I said it, if we close above 455, it is going to be bullish. So Ethereum, it is a very, very bullish. It is very, very bullish right now. No time to mess with the bulls for Ethereum, right? So the lockdown, who's locking down? US, Europe, let me know who, okay? But if we get a lockdown, I don't think we're gonna get any lockdown in US, like till basically Trump is out of the office, but and Biden basically kick in. But let's see, okay? Let's see. Hey, what's up, Mia, More, Bella? Hey, okay, you ready for all the good stuff, right? So I'm very, you know, I'm ready for some, you know, for some Ethereum price action above like a 500 range. Okay, I'm very anxious, but not anxious, but very. I know the Ethereum bulls gonna be like, man, send you bulls now. You've been calling for like a $50, but guys, once again, okay, the thing is, you just don't know Okay, excuse me guys. So the only possible bearish setup I could see right now for Ethereum, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, right? But all I'm saying is we could get another big red candle coming down to a low 300 range. That's very possible, okay? If the scenario, I just showed you on BTC, we're testing like the 13K, Ethereum could give us this flat correction right there. And only if we can hold the 300 range, we can basically continue the uptrend, right? But as of now, let's see what the Ethereum bull is going to give us, as they basically already broke the 430, 455, and now looking to break the 477 resistance, right? So, but if keep in mind, guys, once again, okay, don't be extremely bullish on Ethereum, and without basically monitoring your position size and all of that good stuff. Otherwise, if the bears decide to strike down, okay, the price, you could be suffering a lot. So monitor your position and all of that good stuff, right? So because the macro scale it is still looking for this move, right? Until we basically break out overextendedly, right? We could eliminate the possibility of Ethereum dropping lower. But as of now, we still got the possibility for Ethereum to even drop lower if we get any rejection from this 400, 500 and up to 600 range also, right? Up to right there, we can still look for this move. But you got to be able to just stay with the trend, right, until we get a clean reversal. But let's see what we're going to get over the next few weeks, right? Hey, what's up, Tails? Hey, what's up, Chris? No, 50. Hey, Craig. $50 Ether. We still can get $50 Ether, man. Like, once again, guys, I just don't want to guarantee you we're gonna get it, but the structure is there. Okay, so we did nail the Ethereum $100 target when Ethereum was rough. Like, let's see, Ethereum was like roughly around like a 200, right? No, actually, we nailed it when Ethereum was like 300. We called for $100. It pumped to like a 250. We called for $100 range. So this one, we're gonna see if we're gonna be able to nail this one also with this flat correction and a down here. Okay, so the other possibility is like the correction is done, and this was our flat correction, and this could be wave number 1. We're looking for wave number 3, 4 and 5. Okay, I already explained to you guys, right? This could be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So wave number 3 could go all the way up to basically above like 1600 and so on. So, but let's see which one going to get validated. But as of now, we losing control. The bulls gaining control, and the bears are losing control of the the bearish momentum, right? Bears are losing control, right? A slight divergence on the weekly, right? So we're double tapping right there, and the weekly is looking very weak. So let's see if we're going to be able to find some bearish setup on the higher time frame over the next few weeks and so on, right? So now let's take a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin higher time frame is starting to look slightly bullish, right? But we need to break this 467 to 465 area. If we break it, we're going to be looking for a target just about like 81 to basically 91 target. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for Litecoin to break, like 67 area. We got support all the way down to like a 57 to 58. Early this week I was bullish on Litecoin when Litecoin was right around like right there, just about like a 57, and I was like, okay, we could be looking for like mid 60, right? We broke mid 60. Now we're up to like we pumped to 66 to 65 area. So a dip down, support going to be 57. Once again, you can see like the weekly 100 EMA right there. If we dump next week, we got to be able to stay just above like 57. A dip down to like 53 gonna be okay, right? That's going to be my next level of support I'm gonna be looking for. But however, guys, we got to be able to stay in this range. If not, Litecoin next support is all the way down to like a low 40s area, okay, low 30s, just about like a 35. So right now it is looking very bullish. It just got to break out, okay, just got to break out. So you can see like the 7-day candle, we close above this range. That's the third time we're closing above it. Second time, I could say third time, right? If we close above it by Wednesday, we're going to be closing above the weekly 100 EMA. So that's going to be very, very bullish over the next few days and so on, right? So Litecoin bullish momentum, from 53 to 57 area, support, 53 to 57 support, and bullish above 66 all the way up to basically 81 to 91 area, right? So now let's take a look at Link. Litecoin could break out even above like 90, but I just don't want to give like a big target for Litecoin. As I know, it moves very slow. So it could take forever for Litecoin to break $90, right? So now let's take a look at Link. I'm bullish on Link, short-term bullish on Link, right? Just like Ethereum. And let's go back to our Link analysis, what we've been looking for over the last few days and so on. So let's remove this nonsense, okay? So Link, you can see like, if we go back and take a look at what we've been doing with Link, we were bullish just about like a 10.7, right? We pumped to like 11, we took the long all the way up to basically 12.6, 12.9. We got out, right? We tried to short it right there and was right there, just about this area. It dipped down, found support again, right? So it pumped back up. We took the long from like a low mid 11s, right? All the way up to basically 13.5, and we got out. Right now, I'm still in and out with Link, right? Just trying to find a comfortable zone for Link. As of now, it is slightly bearish, right? As long as we can stay above this trend line, we're gonna be okay. But if we dip down below it, we could be in trouble all the way down to like a high 10K, $10 area, okay? So keep an eye on Link. The bullish momentum still in play, right? But bulls gotta stay in this range of low to mid 11 or basically the high 10K area. If you're comfortable if you're comfortable to look for a long for Link in this range, that's going to be a good entry, okay? It is going to be a very, very bullish entry. But as of now, wouldn't be I tried to short it like over the last few days, but this sucker moves so slow. I just kind of give up and basically reduce my position and watch what Link going to be doing, because it is moving very slow. You might be shorting it down here for a to flip long, but it could take forever to drop, and it might basically just not worth it to enter this slow momentum trend. All right, but overall trend is actually very bullish. As long as we stay above like a 10.7 to 10.8 area, it is still bullish. Okay, we need to break above this trend line and look for the 16 to 17 level, right? That's the box I'm going to be looking for, right, for Link. However, I'm still quite open, right, for the bearish momentum to basically retest like a 7.2 and basically 8.6 if we break this 10.8 area. All right, so Link both ways are pretty pretty profitable, right? A break above this range of basically 13.5, you could be looking for 17 and so on, right? 16.6, 17, and break below like a 10.8, you could be looking for basically 8.6 and basically all the way down to like a 7.2. But since like the overall market is bullish, I wouldn't be too bearish at the trend line. Okay, don't be too bearish at the trend line, right? So don't be too bearish at the trend line. So now let's take a look at BNB. So BNB is moving very slow. It's not moving very fast. Let's take a look at the 3-day basis first. So on a 3-day basis, it is bullish. Okay, if you take a look at it on a 3-day basis, basically holding very strong above the 211 EMA on a 3-day basis. We're gonna need like a big reversal candle similar to what we got right there at the 100 EMA, 221 EMA. Now we're back to the 211 EMA. So would look for a bullish reversal. Okay, so the key level to break on the lower degree, we're going to talk about it when I show you the lower degree, going to be like a 28.6, 28.45 area. If we can break above it, we could be looking for easily the 32 level resistance. Okay, so could consolidate just about like a 32, right, before, you know, a break above it. Okay, key level we need to stay away, going to be absolutely 20, basically rough around like a 25.6. Okay, 25.5, 25.6 area. We gotta, you know, we gotta stay above it. Otherwise, we're going to be dipping lower all the way down to the low 22s, right? As you can see, 22s, 3-day 100 EMA, right? You take a look at it right there, was a resistance just about like the 17 area. As soon as we broke it, retest it, pump, retest it. Okay, so if we want to keep up the momentum, even if we drop down, we gotta basically find a big reversal candle and up to the, you know, move it to the upside, right? Volume is kind of low, sell volume on a 3-day basis, so that's a good news for the bulls. So you know, the only good news I can find for the bears is like, you know, we can find some, you know, I can't find anything. Okay, I can really find something bearish on it on the 3-day basis. Let's take a look at the 2-day basis. That might be the only bearish setup you could find, which is like moving below the 2-day 211 EMA, and you could call it a bear flag and retest of the low 23 area, right? So that's the only bearish setup I can find on the 2-day basis, right? Let's take a look at it on the hourly. So hourly slight bull flag, bear, you know, a bear trend. You could call it a bull flag if and only if we're going to be moving sideways right there. However, if we dip down, once again, the low 27 gotta hold. Okay, it gotta hold. If not, we could be looking for you know, much lower numbers all the way down to the you know, 22s, right? So we got a nice triangular formation right there. You could call it a descending triangle, but just be cautious. Even though it is a descending triangle, you know, the overall market is bullish until basically BTC decides to basically dump. I wouldn't basically go for the bearish momentum. Just wait for the breakout. If we break out to the downside, if you basically short-term trader, you could look for the dump. Okay, if we break out to the upside, you could be basically looking for to take a long, short-term long all the way up to $30, right? So the game is, you know, the play is there to play. You know, the setup is there to play. So it is just up to you to look for which way it is going to go, and you basically take it, right? But both ways are pretty profitable, right? So I'm not basically I'm not huddling like BNB, right? I just trade it, so I really don't care if it goes up or down as long as the trend is basically clear. Okay, but as of now, just be careful until we break above like a 28.5 and so on. Now let's take a look at this alt on a alphabetical order. So we're gonna take a look at AVE first, okay? So AVE, is basically giving us a bull flag just about 67. So I was first bearish on AVE down here, all the way down there, right? But as soon as we made this bull flag, broke above this range, I was like, okay, that's it. Okay, this sucker going back up to 0.888. And as you can see, like we hit 0.888 on the dot and basically creating another bull flag right there. Why it is a bull flag? Because the volume is not a lot. Okay, you take a look at the sell volume. I was bearish even like when it was right there. I was like, I'm gonna be shorting in this range, right? So to take a profit back down to 53, but it dipped all the way down from like 67 all the way down to 58, and as you know, 58 was like 50% pullback. I saw the bullish divergence on the lower degree, 15 minutes and so on, a break above the channel. I was like, that's it, time to get out now. So it pumped to the upside. Now we're creating a bull flag So we could be expecting higher numbers, right? But let's take a look at it in terms of wave analysis, right? So if you take a look at it in wave analysis, you could be saying like, we got a 1, 2, that could be wave number 3. We could be looking for wave number 4 and wave number 5 in this range, right? If and only if this move is basically a a bull flag, right? We could be looking for a possible ending diagonal, right, in this range, something like that. Okay, we could be looking for a possible ending diagonal with a 1, 2, right, 3, 4, and wave number 5, right? So because the move we got right there is pretty overextended, so the bulls might be now very tired to keep buying. So the momentum to the upside could be still bullish but very slow. So you could be seeing like a a push all the way up to basically the 85 to a 90 area, right, depending on volatility and momentum, right? So that's what I'm looking for AVE. You want to wait for a breakout above like 68, 69, right? And then you could be taking it to the upside. Next target just about like a $80, right? $80. But bearish momentum, once again, let's take a look at the bearish momentum just in case, right? This move, it is going to be a possible, just in case like we get a possible WXY correction, right? If you're going to get this WXY correction, WX and Y correction, we could be looking for a double bottom, just about like a $50. Okay, so but we got to get the an 8-hour rejection at least, right? If we can get nice 8-hour rejection and price break below $60, we could be looking for the $50 range. And 382 going to be just about like a 48, right? So $50, close enough, right? Close enough. Yeah. Hey, what's up, AJ? What is the target for BNB? Once again, break above like a 28.6. You could be looking for 32, right? Let's go back. If I'm playing BNB, I don't have a game plan for the bearish setup for BNB. Even though we got the a bearish setup, right? I don't have any game plan. Even if we get a breakout to the downside, I might not even touch it, right? But support, to the downside going to be 25.5 to 26, right? If we break below, let's say we break below 27.2, so you could be looking for a buy entry just about 25.5, right? But however, if we break above 28.5, you could be, taking it to the upside all the way up to 32. So could be taking it all the way up to 32. Right, so hopefully that's clear enough. My favorite time frame to look at, it is basically 8-hour and 6-hour, right? So I used to like 6-hour, but now I'm switching up to to the 8-hour, because sometimes the 8-hour bearish rejection is very powerful, especially the 8-hour 21 EMA. Once we break below it, most of the time it is on a bearish setup, double top, break below the 21 EMA on the 8-hour. Most of the time it is pretty juicy, just like the type of move you can see right there, right there. Okay, you big rejection, 8-hour, basically sideways correction, a dump to the downside, right? Basically pretty much like that, right? So also 2-day time frame, 3-day time frame, weekly, those are basically my favorite time frame to look at, because I can see on a 2-day basis how the chart looking like and all of that good stuff, right? So take a look at the 2-day basis. BNB could be in trouble. You could say like we could be in trouble, but it is going to be okay. We just have to flip bullish. Otherwise, break below this 25.5 could send us down to 23, 22. So basically, let's go ahead. We already talked about AVE. Now let's take a look at ADA, right? I'm bullish on ADA, short-term bullish on ADA. I'm looking for the target to the upside right there. So this range of basically 1003, right, was a target. Like when BNB was like 11 cents, right? I was like, we could be retracing down to like a 1003, 1002 range, and then we're going to be looking for the upside target. So if you're not like very patient, right, you might be you're gonna be very frustrated when you see like a sushi up 100% in 1 week and being ADA is not doing nothing. But the setup could be slow, but I'm looking for still the 13 cents to basically up to 13.5 range, okay, give or take, okay, the upside trend line right there for BNB, right? So now let's take a look at algo. Algo quieter is also slightly bearish with a head and shoulder pattern formation right there. You can see the lower degree 8-hour head and shoulder pattern formation. We're still holding very strong, you know, above this trend line. Volume is picking up on, you know, on the sell side, so be cautious. But a break above this range of just about like 28, if we can get a big breakout above the 8-hour 100 EMA, it could be looking for, you know, we could be looking for like a 32 to 34. I still got a target up to 34. I just gotta get the confirmation, you know, from algo. All right, so now let's take a look at atom. Atom is still bullish. I was long in it right there, just about like a 5.1, 5.2, but I decided to basically get out because, you know, I was just trying to avoid the noise. You can see like it is still moving sideways, right? Not basically ready yet to pump. So we're going to be looking for this pump. If it breaks above like a 532, 534 and give us a small bull flag right there, a possible wick, we could take that wick and basically, you know, take it to a 6.2 and so on. If the momentum is strong enough, we got another target up to like a 7.3. But as of now, let's just look for the 5.6 resistance and 6.2 resistance, and we're going to later on within the next few days, we're going to be looking for, you know, the 7.4 area, right? The thing is, sometimes you might be looking for a 10%, 15% move, like I was doing earlier with sushi, right? When it was 58, I was very bullish on sushi in my premium. I told them, guys, let's keep an eye on sushi. 58, Litecoin was also 58, compound was like 80, like what, 95, right? And compound was 95, and I was like, guys, let's keep an eye on these 3 coins. Those are, you know, our top 3 picks this week for the bullish momentum, right? And even if you bought them spot, sushi is still okay, right? You bought sushi at you know, even at you know, 60, 66 and so on, even 70, you know, it is above like $1 and so on. So let's take a look at band. So band, we want to see a break above a big 8-hour candle close above like 6.2, and we could be looking for a bullish momentum from band. Let's check it right there, okay? Resistance just about like a 9.6, 9.8 area. Right. So however, let's take a look at the bearish momentum. I don't have any you know, any game plan right now for band, but we moving in a wedge pattern. If we break out above this resistance level, just about like a 6.2, right? Once again, 6.2, 8-hour breakout, we could be looking for further breakout up to basically $10 range, okay? 9.5 to $10. So, but once again, the downside potential, it is still there, okay? Remember band, when band was like 5.6, we called for the 4.3, okay, 4.3 target. Right now, you know, we're looking forward to break it, to break like 6.2, 6.6 range, and then we could be looking for further numbers. I know it is a lot of waiting. Right there. It is a big move, so you could be looking for like almost 16% move first before we can turn bullish. However, you could look for anticipated like 6.1, like 10% move, you anticipated, and then, you know, put a stop loss just by like a 5.1, okay? And then you could be taking, you know, this move all the way up. It is 100% move, so it is kind of big, okay? It is a very big move from band, right? If and only if we can break above 6.2 and so on. So Bitcoin, not Bitcoin Cash, but basic attention. So basic attention, I was bullish on, not bullish, but I was waiting for it to break above the daily 21 EMA when it was right there, just about late October. it broke above it. I was like, okay, let's just be cautious because we still got a target down to like 17, right? So we got rejected, dropped down to 17. Now we're struggling to break above this trend line. So most alt, okay, so you got two patterns right now. I forgot to mention it. Two, you know, the most popular patterns right now on alt, you got a parallel channel, sort of like a falling wedge, and you got another type of a upward momentum, bullish uptrend like Ethereum. The top alt, okay, they're creating a, this type of structure. The low cap alt, they're doing something like this, like compound, sushi and all of that good stuff. They were doing like a dropping in a, a wedge pattern, making some low highs right there, and then looking for a reversal. So what you need to do, you got to find which pattern you're playing. You see what I'm saying? So most of the alt, the top alt, once again, like Ethereum, ADA, and all of that good stuff, right? Chainlink, they're creating this pattern. Compound, VChain, right? You can see like basic attention, right? I'm going to show you multiple one of them, right? They basically creating this channel. That's why I was bullish on compound, and I was like, when compound was $80, I sent the chart in my premium, and I was like, I'm going to be looking for 145 to 175, and compound was like $80 at that time. Okay, so and now we like 180. So if we can break above this range, guys, a big breakout, take it and sit on it. All right, just put a stop loss. It can wick down, you can control it, but just sit on it. However, if you drop down, you're going to be looking for a buy just by like 16 to 15 area for another re-entry, right? Either way you look at it, it is going to be bullish over the next few days and so on, right? Bitcoin Cash, slightly still bearish. You can see like Bitcoin Cash is also moving in a parallel channel, just like Ethereum, Chainlink, and all of that good stuff, right? So Bitcoin Cash, I got a target right there, just about 217. We hit the target. We had a target just by like 224 last week when we were dumping, right? I took the short just by like 252, 254, all the way down here. I remember we were doing a live stream, so took the short right there. Okay, it dumped right there, but it pumped right back up. So the bullish setup for Bitcoin Cash, it is like to break above like 270. Okay, actually 279. I got a target up to like 318 after that. Okay, and then after that we got another target just by like 400 right there. Okay, up to 400, right? Because most alt already broke their February high, right? But Bitcoin Cash is basically still not doing much, right? So let's move on to basically Blue ZILLIQA. So Blue ZILLIQA, BLZ, if you're interested about BLZ, you could be looking for a buy entry just by like 0.618, which is like 0.006, and 0.786, which is like 0.055 range, right? So it is moving in a bearish pattern, head and shoulder type of formation, but it pumped back up, so that's a good news, right? So what you need to do is like look for the bullish setup, right? Look for it to break this trend line right there, move sideways, right? Retest basically like 69 and so on, and we could be looking for further number up, right? However, once again, a good level to look for entry could be 60, okay, and then 55. That would be a more confident, buy area, right? So now let's take a look at BNB BTC. I'm bullish on BNB BTC with the 6 hour to 8 hour divergence. You can see like BNB BTC, beautiful divergence on the MACD. Also on the R side, right? You can take a look at it. I already sent the setup in my premium, right? Looking for this move. And looking for this move right there. So first resistance going to be right there, basically 19 range, okay, and basically the 6 hour 100 EMA just about like a 20 area, right? So BNB BTC actually looking for a possible 20% move, right? That's 18, that's actually 15% move, right? 15% move right there. So let's see if like we can hit the 15% move, and we got another target right there up to basically 25. But I just want to basically take care of the 0.002 range first and first. But a nice, beautiful bullish divergence. If markets, you know, decide to push to the upside, most likely BNB going to be pushing to the upside. I don't do BNB Ether, man. So, but let's see. So also I'm kind of bullish on VeChain, also waiting for waiting for your BNB Ether. I can't do anything about it. It is still selling off, so you don't want to catch a, you know, catch a falling knife. So I would not be trading BNB Ether. Just I would rather stay in Ether for now, right? If you're trading BNB Ether, right? So BNB is still dipping below, versus Ether. So, and Ether is actually very bullish versus USD, right? So I would rather stay in Ether than BNB, unless you like trading BNB, then you just trade BNB. But flipping in and out between BNB and Ether might not be the good time right now. So it is just about 56 minutes, right? Let's take a look at we already talked about BTC is back above 1600, so that's a good news for the bulls. So now let's take a look at Compound, right? Compound, we've been trading it like since like what, 95.80. That was initial entry. I was like, just put a stop loss, right? Take profit, put a stop loss just about 95, right? And sit tight, relax. Okay, it's been doing like some crazy stuff, and I was like, guys, we got, let's see if I can find it. Right there, that was like, you know, 103, 105 first target, right? Let's take a look at the setup. Okay, so you see Compound, like yesterday was a couple of days ago, that was my initial setup, right? Retest of 6 hour, basically 100 EMA, right? And trend line when price was just about like 105, right? And we were like upside target 118 to 119, okay? Upper level trend line, we hit that, okay? Possible minor resistance at 110. We did get a resistance at 110. We'll be bearish below 98, so we never dropped below 98. So it is still bullish. I got the 145 upside target since last week, okay? Since last week. So let's take a look at CRV, still bullish. So break the resistance. I was looking for a possible rejection at double top, but it didn't. So it looks bullish right now. Next upside target, it is just about like 112 area. Okay, no sign of reversal yet. Okay, no sign of reversal yet. It is still looking looking pretty juicy. Okay, still looking juicy. At some point we're gonna break the trend line, but we just have to wait, okay, until we break the trend line in order to start like being bearish. But as of now, resistance is just about like 81, and then after that we got this 110 area. All right, it is still bullish. Let's take a look at DOT. DOT is not doing much as of now. It is moving sideways in a bear flag sort of a pattern. Support area to look for just about like $4 range, low $4, right? If we break it, you could be looking for like 330 to basically 2.9 area. But the upside potential, once again, if we break above basically 4.6, 4.8 area, we're going to be bullish up to basically double top. Okay, we're going to be bullish up to the double top, which is roughly around like $6, right? But let's see if we can break 4.6 to 4.7 and start like trending above the resistance level, which is a 4.7 area. Okay, just about this level. Okay, if we can break, find a nice bull flag, sideways correction, and we could be taking it to the upside. All right, but bearish below this trend line right there, right? Once again, I just showed you most alt, they making this pattern, right? and dot is one of them. So we got this downside parallel channel. So EGLD, I was looking for a long from EGLD this week right there, but it did break down to the downside, right? And at support trend line right now, I just don't like the, you know, the weekly time frame. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day chart right now. So if you take a look at this, one of the reasons I longed it was like, you know, you take a look at the 7-day chart, this candle was bullish, so I was like, if we got a you know, a bullish pump, bearish dump, bullish pump, so I was expecting to basically try to hit like 10.2 area, right? But you can see like it dumped right back down. You know, that's a 7-day candle, right? So that's not good at all, because if we break below this, you know, 6.7, it is going to be very, very bad, and we could be looking for like a 450 range, right? However, once again, if we can close above like 8.5 on a weekly basis, 7-day basis, let's say like, you know, we get a bullish reversal before Wednesday, right? And then pump above like 8.8. That's going to be a very, very bullish reversal. You could be looking for a further number to the upside, right? So that's Erlang, I think, right? EGLD. So let's take a look at EOS. Is moving very, very slow, right? Very slow, very low volatility. Most of the time, I don't basically trade EOS in this low volatility environment. So, but once again, upside target, I'm looking for EOS. If EOS can basically break this trend line, first target is going to be just about 3.5. Second target, roughly around like a 5, low $5. And then, you know, third target going to be 8.4, right? But best thing to do is like wait for confirmation until we break above like a $3, retest, and then you could be looking for a nice EOS run, right? Just like that. Just like that. Okay, nice EOS run. But as of now, it is very, you know, unentertained to basically long EOS or take any position on EOS. Buy the dip probably, right? March lows roughly around like $1.30, $1.50. If we break down, it is going to be a good level to be adding on to your position on EOS if you're looking for holding EOS for the next few years and so on, right? Remember, EOS is supposed to be the Ethereum killer and like 1,000 EOS and all of that, right? Even before anybody started to talk about Chainlink, EOS was, you know, the coin to buy. Right now, nobody is talking about EOS right now, right? So let's move on to Ethereum Classic is moving very slow, so I don't. Let's go back to Ethereum, still looking bullish, right? So we already talked about Ethereum, about 460 now. So I'm bullish on iota. It is going to be one of my top picks this week. So let's see how Sunday gonna look like, right? So iota entry was right there, just about like 24, right? 24, low 24s, right? Stop loss 29.99. We never dropped below this 29.99 range. So we pumped to like almost 26 and dump back down and create a trend line support. So this trend line support is not valid because that's only the second touch, because we can easily invalidate it if I move the trend line right there, because you just don't know, you know, where your second support line going to be at, okay? Because I can basically draw it like that, right? But as of now, I'm just going to basically use it temporarily, right, until we break below it. But I'm looking for a retest of basically 30, a drop back down to the 27, 26, just like compound, right, and sushi, and we could be looking for a further number to the upside after that. Okay, that's the setup I got for iota. However, the bearish setup is like, remember, stop loss 23.99, right? Bearish setup is like, if we can break below 22, right, that's it. Okay, that's it. That's going to be a bad trend all the way down to like a almost let's take a look at the fib level. 50% pullback going to be just about like 20 cents, and you got the 0.618 going to be 16 cents, right? If we break the the 22 area, right, for iota. Let's move on to KAVA. So KAVA also a nice head and shoulder bearish pattern, but it could flip, right? It could flip bullish. As you can see, it is starting to trend up above the 8-hour 21 EMA. Key level to break for KAVA going to be 155. Okay, if like we can break 155, I was bearish on KAVA right there, just about like 140, 147, 148 range. It dipped down to like 140 and pumped back up. So fine, the bearish pattern is pretty clear, but not all, you don't get a breakout all the time on this like head and shoulder pattern formation. But let's just see, because the triangular formation could also play out, break above 156, and we're going to be looking for like a $2 range for KAVA, right? Yes, we're going to get like temporary resistances, right, in between, but the overall trend is still could still be bullish, right? A break below this range, we're going to be looking for the low $1.20 area. Okay, if we break like 139, 138 area. KNC is still bullish, right? If we get any dump, price level to look for just going to be 78 to basically 74 area, which is like 0.618, right? And 0.786. Not even sure if like we're going to get this 0.786, but 0.618 going to be a better entry, right? But the trend is still bullish. Look for a break above this range, right? Breakout 8-hour time frame, and you could be looking for further number to the upside. So we already talked about Litecoin, and we already talked about Link. Let's go ahead and move on to NEO. So I'm bullish on NEO, right? We got a fake out yesterday, right? I wasn't paying attention to the 8-hour 100 EMA, right? So it pumped to the upside. I got excited. It just dumped right back down to like a 15.4, right? 15.4 support right there, still holding very strong. So a break above like $16, right? Next challenge going to be like 16.5. A possible dump back down to like 16, and we got a target all the way up to basically $19. $19 target, right? So keep an eye on NEO this week. As long as we can stay above like a 15.4, 15.3 area, we got a chance to basically retest 19, right? Otherwise, we could retest the 13.5 range, double bottom right there before going higher, right? But once the key area we do not want to break, as long as we stay above 13.5. Remember, I showed you NEO, right? Is a very very volatile coin. So keep an eye on it. Once it starts turning bullish, it is going to be bullish, right? So, but we do not want to break below 13.5, right? Ontology. Let's move on to OMG first, okay? So OMG in a three-way move pullback. I like the setup, okay? It frustrates you when these coins like pump and dump in a corrective wave, right? You don't understand what's going on. But I still got a target up to basically 4.2. We just hit like a couple days ago like 3.8 resistance. So next resistance is going to be like 4.3 area, right? So still bullish. Keep an eye on this trend line, right? Just like Litecoin, right? I just showed you an iota, a possible pump, dump right back down in a three-wave. Compound did the same thing. Sushi did the same thing. So look for a possible reversal. If we break this trend line, then you're gonna be in trouble. Okay, the bulls gonna be in trouble because next support, big support area, going to be just about like $3, which is like another 10 to 15% drop all the way down to 2.95. But as long as we staying above 3.3, 3.4, we can pump to like 4.3 for OMG. Thanks a lot, hyper bullish psychic 87. Ontology, it is moving very slow. I was bullish on ontology last week, just about like 40, 44 and so on, right? It pumped, I was looking for 50, it pumped 49.80 this sucker. So, but you know, it is moving so choppily, right? It is moving choppily, so we could just wait for a breakout. I wouldn't even trade it right now. Wait for a clean direction. It is a slightly bullish trend if we can break above this range of 50 cents, right? So, and got a resistance just about 52, so it is not that volatile. It is not very volatile as of now. As a, you know, the moves are like 5% and all of that good stuff, right? But we got an upside target, like upside resistance up to 60 cents. If it is gonna move, it is gonna be moving very volatile. We could be looking for the resistance up to 60 cents, right? So let's take a look at PHB. Okay, PHB, a longer term swing for you know, for alt, a nice bullish divergence. You can see it you know, on a 3-day basis, right? A nice bullish divergence on a 3-day basis, low volatility range. On the R side, you can see it looking great. Okay, price is making lower lows, double bottom. So we just need to break above this 21 EMA on a 3-day basis. A possible sideways correction. I don't see a big move, a big uptrend as of now. Can it be a big pump? Yes, right? But I don't see like a big move until we basically break above the 3-day 21 EMA, and we could start to look for further move to the upside, right? So you guys remember we got a big pump a couple months ago, like back in October, a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago. We pumped to like almost like 36, right? And I was like, it is most likely going to be retracing down, and you could either sell and wait for the dip to accumulate again, because price did not basically get an organic move above the 21 EMA. So remember, alt season, what I'm going to be waiting for, a price to consolidate above the 3-day 21 EMA, just like what we got back in May for most alt, right? So QDOM not looking that great on a 3-day basis. Let's take a look at it. So QDOM also, just like NEO, it is basically getting rejected by the 8-hour 100 EMA. So a break above it going to be game on for the bulls. If not, we just have to wait for a retest of the low $1.50 area. Okay, so we got a nice triangular formation right there. Wait for the breakout for a possible move to the upside, right? However, let's check the higher time frame, right? The higher time frame for QDOM, not yet at 0.618, not quite yet at 0.618. 0.618 is just about like 155. So even if we dip down, it is still going to be a good level to buy, right? So QDOM is a good buy, even at $2. Think about it. You don't want to long it at $2, but you want to buy spot at $2, okay? For a possible pump dump right here, and then you buy it again, and we could get a nice 3-way move, right? If this move could be the start of if this move is the start of a new uptrend, you're lucky. If not, it could be dumping back down here. So QDOM, either way you look at it, $2 to $1.50, it is a good spot buy, right? For a possible, you know, round trip move. Buy here, sell there, buy here, sell there again. So you can see like RLC, that's what I tried to show you. Most alt, they moving in a parallel, you know, trend line right there. RLC, I exact, right? We shorted it right there, just went like 85 all the way down to like 63, right? Was pretty bearish on it. It bounced back up. I kept my eye off of it, and then this sucker just pumped, right? So, but as of now, it is still bullish above this trend line. You could wait for it to retest the trend line. However, guys, it is still bullish right now until we get a nice 8-hour bearish candle closing below like 90 cents. We could look for, you know, if we close below 90 cents, we could look for a retest of like 78 to 81 range. Okay, but I was bearish on it since like, you know, 95. I was just waiting for confirmation to break the 8-hour 21 right there, 88, and we started shorting it all the way down, right? So, but now it is bullish. Okay, let's take a look at SNX. SNX, not quite bad right now. So pretty much similar to RLC, same setup. Okay, so look, it doesn't look that juicy as of now, but one thing you could say is like breaking above this key level 4.3, you know, we're gonna most likely going to challenge like 4.7 to 4.8. However, a break below this key, you know, this trend line right there, okay, and also a break below you know, 3.8, which is 100 EMA, we're gonna be basically retesting the trend line. So the most confident level to enter, it is going to be low $3 or above basically 4.7. Okay, 4.7. Ethereum, yeah, I'm bullish on Ethereum. I just said it, you know, no resistance above 500, so it is a good level to be to be buying. So Sushi, I just updated, you know, updated my premium group yesterday when Sushi was like 80. I was like, upside target 136. Don't even try to long it. Just buy spot. It is still juicy. It is still a long up to a, but I wouldn't. It's too volatile right now to take a leverage on it. Just, you know, when it was like at 80, right there when it pulled back down, I was like, as long as it stay above 75, right, it is bullish. And you can see like it just dipped down to 83 and we got a nice 30% move. So no need to basically even leverage it. So SXP, I was quite bearish on it, was looking for a dip down, but it's not dipping down. So it is going to be one of my top pick this week. All right, SXP, why SXP going to be my top pick? Because just like Sushi, Litecoin compound, same setup, right? And THETA, right? THETA, you know, had a nice setup also, but kind of turned bearish a little bit. So keep an eye on SXP swipe, all right? A nice trend line right there. You can see it in green. A break above it, it is going to be going to the moon. No sell volume, right? Sell volume been decreasing. You can see like sell volume been decreasing, buy volume is increasing. So let's break this trend line, retest it right there, and we could be looking for our wave 3 to the upside. This is going to be wave 1. We got 3, we got 2, and we're looking for 3 to the upside, right? So bearish setup still going to be in play if we like, you know, if like we break below 88. Okay, it is going to be in play, right, to retest basically 80% to 90%, you know, of wave 1, right? But as of now, 50% pullback is holding very strong, so let's just give it a shot, right? But it is going to be my top pick for this week. So THETA is also moving in a small parallel channel. I was bearish on it also, you know, the last few days to basically retest like 56. It dipped down to 58, did not quite retest 56 yet. So if you guys remember with THETA, when THETA was right there, I was like, we still got a chance to basically retest right there. So short entry going to be 71 to 74. It hit, you know, 71 on the dot, and it is still dipping down. So buy entry definitely going to be roughly around like 56, unless we create a new trend line right there. Unless we create a new trend line, but that's the first touch, right? We could assume, right, as of now, it's not going to break it, and a break above this trend line right there, we could take the long and take it to the upside back to 70. Even if it, you know, give us another, if it gives us another retest of the trend line, we can still take it, right? But best way to play it, wait for the breakout above this trend line, okay, which is just about like 62 to 64 area, a dip back down, and you take it all the way up to 70, right? So I'm bullish on Tomo also. I got a target for bull target for Tomo 71 and 81. So you can see like nice setup, just like Sushi and basically Litecoin, you know, same exact setup, and iota. So looking for a bull target up, you know, up to 71, right? So as long as you can put a stop loss below like 53, you should be okay with it. Okay, we got 22% move and a 40% move over the next few days, right, or weeks. So TRB, I got a downside target for TRB, right? But I also, you know, got a resistance level which is 29 up to 29. Not sure if you guys remember TRB, right? But I was like, when TRB topped out at 29.30, I was like, if we break this key area at, you know, just about like 20, 23, 24, take it down to basically 16. So now we hit 16, 18 range, pushing back up, nice bull flag. Let's just keep up this momentum right there and try to break this key level. So it is still not tradable. Wait for the big breakout level, okay? The big breakout above this level, I mean like 25 to 26 area. Yes, it is going to be a 10% breakout, but if we can break out, next key area going to be like another 15% move, right, above entry. Looking for a 20% move and a possible, you know, $45 you know, target, right? But let's just confirm it once we basically break above 26. Ether is 470. Let's go back to Ether. I'm bullish on Ether, so Ether pumping to 470. That's the good news, right? We haven't talked about Litecoin. We're gonna talk about Litecoin, guys. Not Litecoin, but XRP. Now Ether is not at 470. We're saying Ether 470 by 4 a.m. So let's take a look at Sushi. So that's my up. Sushi broke out above the trend line, right? So so Sushi, not Sushi, but YFII. So YFII, I'm looking for resistance just about like 1800. A break above 1800, we're gonna go back up to our basically 2500 trading range, right? So look for a breakout. If we can get a clean breakout, we're breaking out right now, so that's a good sign. It is a long because we're breaking out above. We just have to close above the we got what, 2 hours to go to basically close above the trend line. A slight bearishness, give it like a couple hours to turn bearish slightly down to low 1600, and we could be looking for a further number, try to break this 1800 range, right? A break above it 24. However, 0.618 going to be 1250 for any, let's say BC decides to break down. So if we can basically look for you know, a possible re-entry at 1270, that's going to be a good spot to be looking for, even if it is going to be a small rebound, okay? So, but it is bullish right now. Next resistance 1800. We do not want to break below this key level 0.618. Support going to be just about like 800 because we got the channel right there. But as of now, the bullish bias is in place. So we're going to be looking for 2400 range, right? If and only if we can break this 1800 once again, right? So Zcash, we got a breakout from Zcash, you know, right there, just was looking for 66, right? So we didn't quite hit 66. We hit like 65.99, something like that. Right? Yeah, we did hit 66, right? But you know, it was quick, okay? Just like, you know, 66.02 got rejected, so we can still pump back up, okay? We just retesting the trend line. It is not that bearish, so look for a break above 66, and we're gonna be looking for 74 area for Zcash, right? So ZILLIQA, let's take a look at ZILLIQA. ZILLIQA, I'm still bullish on ZILLIQA. It is just moving slow, right? It is just moving slow. It is following BTC, but not strongly. So we're going to be looking for a break above like 2070, 2080, right? And then we're going to be looking for 25, right? 25. So 0x similar structure as the rest of the crypto, some sort of head and shoulder pattern formation, a nice clean support from the 8-hour 21. So we're going to need to break above this key area. So this week going to be very, very crucial for most alt. I'm seeing like a lot of breakout setups, so I wouldn't hesitate to take these breakouts. Okay, so if we break out to the upside, you're looking for 43, first target, second target 52, but 42, 43 going to be main target to basically be taking profit at, right? And after that, if we dip back down, retest one of these trend line right there, you could be looking for another re-entry, right? But let's try to break above this range, possible retest in a three-way move pullback, right there, and then you could be taking it to the upside, right? But break below this key area, once again, you're going to be looking for 0.618, right? You do not want to break this support area. As of now, it is not tradable. Just wait for the breakout and you're going to get a direction. Even if it is going to be a fake out, you cannot control it. You just have to take what you get, right? So Monero, didn't talk about Monero, forgot about Monero. So Monero is moving also in a channel. I still got a target for Monero 88 to 96. The channel is holding very strong, right? We could forget about 88, 96 for now if we get a breakout above this trend line right there. Okay, if you get a breakout above this range, okay, was previous support, now it is acting as a resistance. If we break it, retest it, we could be looking for 0.618 to 0.786, which is just about this range of 130 area. Double check. Yeah, it is 0.618 going to be just about 132. 50% pullback going to be just about 126. That's short-term trend. But Monero BTC not looking that great. Okay. Monero BTC is still looking for to dump. Take a look at the 3-day basis. Okay. So as you can see, that was a setup for Monero BTC in my premium, right? I was like, this 0.0091 is just a temporary support, right? Next temporary support is just right there. Both of these temporary support not even holding. So reaccumulation is almost there. We almost at reaccumulation, just about like 0064 to 0061. So yeah, Monero could be, you could be looking for Monero, making a divergence right there, right? Double bottom, whatever you want to call it, and we could be looking for a reversal. So the setup is in my premium group. So, and we hit our target, like entry for Monero was like back in May, right? May lows. Entry target was like 1-1, and you can see like we hit both target, upside and downside, right? Upside right there, upside right there, and downside we're looking for this move. So we still got more juice to look for, some juicy move from Monero bears, right? Monero BTC. So 0.0067 is close enough, so might be a good level to start like reaccumulating Monero. Okay. Now let's talk about King XRP. So I'm bullish on XRP, short-term bullish, right? I'm looking, we broke above 27, temporary target to look for 31, and the upside target after that, it is going to be high 30 cents, okay, 38 to 40 cents area. So we're moving in a wedge pattern. Could definitely respect the upper level trend line, just like compound when I called it, from like 80, you know, from like roughly like $80, right? 95 entry, and you know, up to like 119. Now we're trading above 120. So same thing, could look for a break above this 30 cents. Primary break, primary resistance to break was like 27. We're breaking it, so it is a long 31, 38 area, right? However, let's take a look at XRP BTC now. So XRP BTC, as you can see, I talked about this trend line, guys. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I told you guys when XRP, that was like early October, I was like, XRP going to be moving in a trend line type of a pattern. Look for this line, okay? You just don't know how long it is going to take to hit it, right? So that's why I put this, you know, this yellow, orange, basically shaded support, right? You can see orange, green. You can see like XRP just bounced off of it, so it is looking very good right now. So it is a good level to be looking for a possible support for XRP if you're bullish on XRP. So XRP BTC could start to be bullish, right? Even though I've been calling for, you know, 1000 XRP, right? We hit like, well, let's see, we hit like 1500. That's close enough, okay? That's close enough to be accumulating, especially, you know, when we hit the bottom trend line. So we can bounce back up and probably break it, but as of now, I wouldn't take a shot for that. I would just be accumulating XRP, right? Would be accumulating XRP. So look for a macro reversal pattern for XRP. A probable $3 XRP in 2021. So before we talk about XRP 2021, okay, long above weekly 100 EMA, as you can see, right? You know, if we break this closing below the weekly 200 EMA, going to be very bearish down to these crazy low numbers, right? Right. So now we just have to focus on XRP BTC, because BTC is so bullish right now. If you pay attention to XRP USD, like retesting this low, right, it means like BTC has to be bearish. So, but since BTC is bullish, the best thing to pay attention to is like XRP BTC. You see what I'm saying? When BTC is bearish, you pay attention to, you know, XRP USD. You see what I'm saying? Because XRP dropping down to 17 right now, it could only mean like BTC has to be bearish. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind, right? So breaking above this blue trend line also, just about like 28.30, that could create a very big move once again, like to the 50s, right? Even though I got a target like just about like 38, because I'm following the this upside target, right? This upside trend line right there, right? Which is like, could be somewhere around like 30, depending on how you draw it, right? If you want to draw it not like a moon boy, right? XRP moon boy, you draw it normally, right? You could be looking for like just about like 38. But if you want to, you know, just want to ignore it, and you look for this resistance, like a June 2019 resistance, right? You're looking for 50 cents XRP, right? 50 cents, temporarily 50 cents, and after that you could be looking for 71. But let's break this key level first, okay? Let's break above 29 to 30, and also break above the monthly 21 EMA, right? The monthly 21 EMA, right? What I told you about XRP, if we can close above the monthly 21, right, it is going to be skyrocketing, right? You're going to be looking for some big move from XRP. Big move, guys, big move. Right, so keep an eye on XRP, guys. It could be very bullish, and you don't want to be buying at 60 cents, 80 cents, and all of that good stuff, and expecting 589. To me, right, BTC is at 16, 17, 18, right? It is a good time to be accumulating XRP. We were looking for 1,000 sats. We hit like 1,300 already, right? A while back. It is a good level to be buying 15, 1,600 sats, right? It only means if you've been holding BTC over the last 6 to 8 months, you're just transferring your BTC into XRP for XRP BTC to pump above, like, 4,000 area, right? Let's go back to XRP BTC. Right, you're looking for like almost like 5,000 area, 6,000 area for XRP, right? If we get a nice monthly breakout, okay. If we can get a nice monthly breakout, you could be looking for next resistance, almost primary resistance, just about like 35. Okay, if we get a big bull run breakout, you're looking for 6,000, right? But once again, XRP USD has to close above a monthly 21 EMA, right? I like the sell volume. It's very low, guys, very low, on a monthly basis. I'm starting to like XRP again, guys, so keep an eye on XRP once again. Yeah, that's the level XRP BTC. Very low volatility this month, so we need a big reversal monthly candle. Let's take a look at the 3 weeks. Yep, 3 weeks looks good. A close above 2,000 to 2,050, before end of the month. That's going to be a great challenge for the bears to basically dip the price back down again. I'm starting to like XRP. Last 10 days, you can see like nice bullish reversal right there. That's the same reversal we got back in June 2020 before we pumped to the upper level of the trend line. You take a look at it, September 2019 also, we got a nice double bottom in a 10-day a 10-day reversal right there. Okay, so 7-day looks nice, double bottom cleanly, right? So XRP BTC could start like to give us some good profits, right? Good profits, right? So if you like XRP, just not financial advice, just hold on to your XRP, right? Yep, BTC is looking to break the trend line, so we could be looking for very soon some bullish uptrend back to basically 16.5. Okay, back to 16.5. Yep, back to 16.5. If and only if we can break above this 16.2, retest 16.1, and then we could be looking for a nice run up. MACD looks great, so no need to worry so far, right? We already retested 15.7, right? And that's the range I was looking for a possible reversal, short-term reversal, back up to basically the upper level of this trend line once again. Okay, and I forgot to mention, guys, like the 17 17,234 area target is based on the 2020 high, right? Let's do this. If you go back to 2020, right there, right, was like January 2020, basically 2018 high, right, was like, you know, 17, just about 17,234 range. Okay, 17,234 range, right? So that's the level I'm looking for a possible rejection for BTC, and after that I'm going to be looking for this 20k area, right? Yeah, compound is still pumping, guys. So compound is still pumping. Most likely going to be breaking the 128 area. We could be looking for 130. Daily 100 EMA also could give us a temporary challenge, right? So if you can see like 50% pullback, going to be just about like 145, 150.618, going to be almost 170, guys. So that's one of the reasons I said it early this week, right? I was like, I'm bullish on compound up to basically 150 to 175 area, okay? Especially after we broke 110 area, right? Yesterday or the day before yesterday. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join our public Telegram group, link in the description, right? If you if you want to join Send Premium, make sure to send me a message. I'm gonna give you the link to my premium group. All right, stay safe. Market is still volatile. The bullish uptrend, it is still playing out. So if you're a bear, you might want to wait once again, all right, till we get some bearish setup. As of now, the bullish setup is in play, right? Until it is invalidated, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.